Hello, peeps and peepettes. Guess what? It is day 26. And like I said, truthfully, I almost forgot because I was really doing some other work today because I have a what's not show coming up on Friday, and I needed to get a lot of things on in the inventory. And it takes a minute to do that. And then also we had someone who came by to pick up a beautiful Asian picture that we sold to her. And so it was just a lot going on. And then it hit me, I'm winding down, I'm washing clothes, put it in the dryer, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I have not recorded anything. So I had to get right on it. And I said, let me sit here and do this recording because what? Consistency, and the promise was made to me. Me, myself, and I made the promise to me, myself, and I. And I need to be accountable and I need to be consistent and I need to not break any promises to myself. So many times we want to keep our word to, my word is my bond. That's what, they say. But a lot of times that's when we are saying that to someone else and letting them be convinced that I'm going to give you my word and I'm going to do it. But how many times do we break our word when it comes down to things we tell ourselves we want to do? And it's like we're not even phased by it. But it really begins to pile up until we just disregard ourselves totally. And we don't believe anything we say to ourselves about ourselves that's positive because we don't keep promises to ourselves. We just disregard ourselves. But it's time out for that. We're not going to be living in that world anymore. We're stepping out of there and moving on up with the Jeffersons to a deluxe person. Okay. So that's what this is all about. So I think it is just great that I am here making this recording. I didn't go live. I decided not to go live because I got a lot of other things, hanging around. And this was kind of like the quickest way to do things without juggling and doing this and doing that, but still being consistent and jumping on here and doing what I got to do. So I am happy about that. And I'm patting myself on the back. So whatever promises you made to yourself, and some people say these resolutions, nobody ever keep their resolution. Well, why not? I have decided that I'm going to talk to myself and I'm not going to make any promises that I foresee that I'm not going to keep to myself. So when I make a promise to myself, I will keep it. And I think that is what we all should strive to do. So those New Year resolutions are kind of like promises you kind of made to yourself. You said, I resolute that I am going to do this. I resolve that I'm going to do this for me, blah, blah, blah. And then you break it and it's like, oh, well. And no, we're not perfect, but we need to strive to do our best to keep anything we promise ourselves that we have control over. That, again, I repeat, that we have control over. And sometimes we act like we don't have any control over certain things, but we do. We need to stop fooling ourselves like, oh, that is out of my hand. Oh, that is out of my control. No, it isn't. You know the things that's in your control that you can do. Sometimes we have analysis paralysis. Sometimes we let fear block us or stop us. Or sometimes we just procrastinate. And sometimes we just lazy. So pick which one you know you've been dealing with. Is it the fear? Is it the analysis paralysis? Is it the laziness? Is it procrastination? Because willpower can fall in there as well. And that's why I'm being very careful now what I say to myself and what I promise myself. Because when you break a promise to yourself or you continuously disappoint yourself, it can lead you into it can lead you down a road of, becoming depressed and feeling helpless and hopeless. And that's not where you're trying to go. That's not what you're trying to do. We want to make sure that we are uplifted and uplifting others. We want to make sure that we are loving ourselves so that we can love our neighbors as we love ourselves. So it starts with you, building from the inside out. Educate, elevate, empower yourself. You the only you got. You are unique. Just like, I was saying, you have your own palm print, your own fingerprint. So that makes you unique, a unique individual, a unique human being. So embrace your uniqueness. Love your uniqueness. Be proud of your uniqueness. And when you do that, whatever you want to change, whatever the things that you have control to do or to say to yourself, make sure you carry it out and you carry it through. So that's all I have to say for today. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the night. Sleep tight and pleasant dreams. Oh, do you all remember this song? It's dating me, but listen. Good night, sleep tight, and pleasant dreams to you. Had a wish and a prayer that every dream come true. And now with you again. Adios. For once, I'll be your friend. Good night. Think on that and tell me what show that's from.